Hi, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. So today we are going to do some more seeds. We're going to plant some more seeds. So over here in this garden bed, I finally weeded this garden bed, and then I'm going to give you the update on the puppy. So you know what, I might as well just give you, why keep you waiting? So the puppy did have a microchip, that border collie that John found and brought home. It did have a microchip, and so we did call up the owners, and the owner did come and pick him up, which was really sad because we were kind of getting attached to him, and he was so sweet. So the owner did come. He didn't really say much. He kind of just came, picked up the dog, and literally left. No thank you, no nothing. Just dog jumped in the back and he just drove off. It was just the weirdest thing. And so that was really sad. And then we found out his name was Spike. We had no idea. We were calling him all kinds of names, but never Spike. So that was his name. But he was such a sweet dog, and it was sad to see him go. But then John and I started thinking that, you know, maybe we want a border collie. I don't know. We're thinking about getting another dog because we've always had 2 dogs on the property. And Hank is just kind of, he's being really lazy, and he just doesn't want to run around, doesn't play anymore. And so we really want him to have a little companion so that way he's not so lonely. But yeah, so that's the update on the puppy, is that we did find his home. So now back to the gardening. I've amended this bed. I pulled out all the weeds. I put in these little posts in the corners so I could put some pipe, and I'm going to put some netting over this garden bed because it has been I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? It's been my history? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I planted seeds in here before. Let's just start there. I planted seeds in here before. Something ate them, so I'm going to put a netting over the top of it to prevent them from eating them. And I have a lot of things that I want to plant in this garden bed. So first, I have some beets, which I have planted beets before, and I don't recall us eating them, or I don't know if they popped up or not. I don't recall ever having them in the refrigerator. So I have 2 different varieties. I have one that is a Ruby Queen, and then I have another one that's a Detroit Red. So let me take a look here. Oh, this one is a 58 to 63 day, oops, shoot, dropping some seeds here. 63-day harvest, and this other one is a 60-day harvest. So let's go with I'm going to try this Fairy Morse. Let's go with this Fairy Morse. That sounds good. And it says here we could sow them from September all the way through May. So we're going to do those, and then we are going to start some broccoli. Now, I don't know if it's too late to start broccoli. Last year, I don't know, I'm just a little behind this year because last year I started broccoli in one of the beds and I had a ton of it already. And so this year I haven't started any at all. So I'm gonna start this Fairy Morse broccoli. This is a 48-day to harvesting, and you could plant this from July through December. So I just read the back of the package, and you know, we're in the orange right here, so I just go through and look to see if we can plant them, and it says July through December. So we're going to plant some broccoli. I'm also going to intermix some spinach in it, in this garden bed, and some turnips, and I think that's pretty much it. I think that's going to be a nice full garden bed, and I am dropping a bunch of broccoli seeds into this garden bed. At least this is where I want them to go, in this garden bed. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to rake the top a little bit, just so that way it's a little bit not so dry, so it's a little bit moist. And then we're just going to go ahead, pop in some music. This time I'm not going to forget to push record, and plant the seeds, put the pipes in, and then put the netting over the top of it, and then that's pretty much it. And then I'm going to give you an update as to how the Halloween festivities are going. And so yeah, that's going to be so exciting. I cannot wait. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so I am finished with this area and starting these seeds. So I cannot wait to see how they turn out. And then I was amending one of the other beds. You know, in the last video, I said that I planted some garlic with the eggplant, and I didn't. And then I forgot to give you an update on this dahlia, which is kind of slowly dying out. But oh my gosh, you guys, it is so stinking beautiful. So I started amending this bed right here. And I do need to give you a garden tour soon. And then this is the garlic that I started. And look at, so these are the cherry falls, but it looks like it has some kind of pest damage. Now I have not sprayed anything or done anything like that, and so far those pests haven't really been infecting any of the other plants. They've only been infecting this one. So I kind of just left it like that, just so that way it, you know, those bugs don't jump anywhere else. But look at this. Aren't those so stinking beautiful? I mean, I don't even know if the camera gives it any justice, and this one's dying out. But when it was in full bloom, holy moly. Look at this. Let me get on the other side here. Look at that. Isn't that just so beautiful? I mean, I was debating whether or not to cut them, but I just love coming out here and seeing them in the garden. And John says he likes seeing them when he drives around the garden, so I'm just keeping them here in the garden. Plus, I've actually seen a monarch butterfly flying around in the garden, and we haven't seen one of those in a long, long time. So let me share with you. So I ended up putting on the netting for that bed as well. So I'm excited to see how all the stuff popping up. It always makes me so worried, especially if I don't put netting on right away. It always makes me so worried because I think, oh my gosh, what if the birds ate them, or what if the rodents ate them, or whatever. And then I start planting more seeds. So all the animals are doing really good. The ducks are doing really good. So the ducks are so messy. They have been making the chicken coop so disgusting and so nasty. They're just messy animals. So what I'm thinking about doing is, when the chickens go to bed, the ducks don't go to bed with the chickens at the same time. The chickens all go and they find their perches and things like that. And so, and they're over here eating right now. It's dinner time. So, matter of fact, I need to get inside and start cooking dinner. It's like, I think around 4 o'clock or something like that. So yeah, I'm thinking about just, you know, making them a little area in the dog house. We have a little dog crate over there. I'm thinking about putting some straw in there. We actually have 2 dog houses in here. One, because we did have a pygmy goat. There's one over there, one over here. So I think I might put some straw in there, and when all the chickens go in to go to bed, I think I'm just going to keep them outside and see how they do. Because they haven't been going into the pond at all. And then I put Bella back in her stall, and she doesn't really like it, because what I've been finding out is that she's been wanting to eat all the chicken feed. So when I put chicken feed in there, she goes after it and she starts eating it all. So I put her back in her stall. And then here's some more decorations for the festivities. And then we have our little, I don't even know what you want to call it, the imprisonment. And then over here, let me show you. Look at her, she's so upset because she wants to be over there with those chickens. I think she just likes, you know, being around with them because they're her buddies. But I don't know if you could see it. Let me see. There we go. So this is going to be the little photo booth area. So people can stand in front of the little collage of stuff we have over there and take photos. And there's going to be some lights and things like that. And then John is in the barn, in the big barn. So let's see what he's doing in there. Have no idea what's going down in here. Oh, Bella. She's getting all upset. So we have these, and let's see. There's one clown right there. Oh. And then another clown right here in the box. And John is working on the projector right there. Because we're going to put a projector of a scary movie in the back. And so that is what's happening in the barn. Let me get out of here. So that is what's happening in the barn. Playing around with some stuff. So that's so fun. But yeah, that's what's happening so far. on the farm. Here's the little garden, looking pretty sad. I do need to like take out everything, but I just haven't done it yet. And today was actually a pretty, there's a big old hole in there. There's a big old hole in there. Do you see that? Let me see if I could adjust the camera. Do you see that big hole? Look at that. It could be a frog. We've had some frogs burrowing in this garden bed. A lot. Big frogs. So yeah, the little garden, not too hot. Just the zinnias looking really nice, but other than that, everything else has died off, and I'm gonna have to clean it soon. But that is what is happening so far. Everything's growing, everything's looking good, the animals are doing good. I'm happy that I finally started some seeds, and I cannot wait to see what we get. And then we did have a little parakeet that used to fly in the garden. Not anymore. I think something might have eaten it, which is a big bummer because it was so stinking cute. But I was surprised it lasted as long as it did. All right, so take care, be safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.